here. That's right, Pop sent me out here to spend the summer being Uncle's farmhand. Ha, like that'll ever happen. So is Steve one of these people who wakes up constantly, not realizing where he is? I roll over, trying to get comfortable. Before I can drift off to sleep, I hear the heavy sound of footsteps on the staircase. Time to wake up, Steve. What? What time is it? It's already past 6 o'clock. It's time to start the day. Yes, welcome to farm life, Sam. Sam, Steve. Even. Sam's well aware of what it's like. Steve, however, isn't. Yes, welcome to farm life. This is what it's like. You've got to be kidding me. Even the college Milius class started at 8:30. 8:30? Damn, that's normally the time I get up to go to work. Yeah, maybe some other time. Uncle strides over to the curtains and throws them wide open. The bright sunlight pours into my tiny bedroom. I pull the thin bed sheets over my head in a feeble attempt to escape the piercing light. If you don't wake up, then you can't have breakfast. Alright then, I'll get up. What's the breakfast? It better not be just like corn on the cob, raw. My stomach gurgles quietly as if to remind me that I haven't eaten anything since yesterday afternoon. That's not a lot of time, really, Steve. Okay, you win, I'm coming. What's the breakfast anyway? I was planning on frying some eggs, maybe some fresh bacon. Bacon, now that I can get behind. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Just said, come on, there's bacon waiting downstairs. I bound out of my bed and stretch. My back is incredibly sore. So when do we eat? As soon as you go outside and split some firewood. Split some fire? You don't have a gas stove? Or, granted, an electrical one might be pushing it a little too far, but you can't cook like that still, can you? What? Yeah, Steve's as confused as me. No firewood, no fire, no fire, no cooking. Now get to it. Get to it? There's an axe in the shed. Don't forget to return it when you are done. He turns and walks down the stairs. Each step makes a heavy thud on the wooden steps. I was thinking that maybe he just wanted a fire later on and wanted something to put near the fireplace, but no, this is outright BAM! You can't do this to me. This is extortion. Uncle's voice echoes up from the stairwell. It's called earning your keep. Yeah, I can get behind that idea. Whatever. I briefly contemplate just going back to bed, but another rumble from my stomach reminds me that I have plenty of incentive to get moving. Yeah, eating I generally find does that. Why do I have to do any of this? Yeah, good question, I don't know. I've been slowly chipping away at this log for what seems like an eternity. The axe head is wedged deep into the wood, and no matter how many times I pound it against the ground, nothing happens. So, wait, knowing I didn't have any previous experience, why didn't I just turn around to Sam and go, hey, don't know how to do that, you might want to show me. This always looks so easy on TV, but all I have right now is a disfigured lump of wood stuck to an axe. Well, it's because the people who do it on TV are, let's be honest, bigger than you and have probably had years of experience of doing it. This is your first time, and you're built like, well, a mud house, really. I mean, a brick shithouse doesn't even come close to it. I toss the axe to the ground in disgust, and I'm done with this. He didn't put the axe back. I march into the house. Hey, Uncle, I'm done. I punch the door to the kitchen and wince as the door connects with my scabs from punching the tree yesterday. You'd think he'd learn, wouldn't you? Like, Steve is stupid, we know that much. The door swings open wildly and I'm greeted by the heavenly aroma of bacon frying. What the? Uncle looks up at me and I can see the small hint of a smile playing around his lips. Hang on, yeah! He doesn't need wood, the lying little bastard. I mean, granted, there's no one in that kitchen. I don't actually, like, considering the stove's there, I don't see any bacon on it, but visual novel problems. Given up already. Yeah, but what? I glance around the kitchen, it looks like breakfast is almost ready. I thought you needed me to chop wood to make breakfast. Don't be silly, I use a gas stove like most people around here. Wily old Uncle Sam. Bastard. Making me do unnecessary work. Just because you're on a farm doesn't mean you've been sent back to the Stone Age. So, all of that was for nothing then? It wasn't for nothing, it builds character. Do you remember the put the axe away? I did. Steve didn't. That's not my fault. With a grumble, I turn around and shuffle outside. I kick at the dirt and grab the axe, swinging it wildly around in an attempt to shake it off the leg of the log embedded on its head. Why were there logs there anyway then? Like, is it for getting rid of burglars? He just throws them at his head. I mean, whatever. The log flies off and lands with a thud in the dirt nearby. I drag the axe to the shed and toss it unceremoniously onto a pile of tools. They clatter and fall to the ground, but I don't care. There, I put it away. Do I get to eat now? Uncle puts down a plate loaded with scrambled eggs and freshly fried bacon on the table. That sounds good tasty. I might do myself some of that after. You don't think I'd make my own nephew starve, do you? Yeah, well, no. No, but you will make him do unnecessary labour. Because he's just going to ask me to do something after this as well. I'm a farmhand after all. I sit down at the table and dig in. The food is actually really good, but I don't want to let him know that. Eat up, you need the strength. Oh no, you're not going to make me do any more pointless work, old man. None of this work is pointless, Steve. What do you mean none of this work is pointless? You just confessed to me that the last activity was pointless. Whatever. Well, I beg to differ. For the rest of the day, you'll be weeding and clearing out the old plot of land by the barn. Oh, goody gumdrops. Ask about the plot of land, refuse to do it. We've been sent here to reform our ways. We're not going to refuse to do it. They'll just end up doing it, well, with us doing it, and Grandpa rather angry. You mean that pile of weed and vines? That's the one. Why is it such a mess? It used to belong to the farmhands. Anything they grew there was their own. But since I haven't had any help lately, it's been overgrown. That land belongs to you now, Steve. Normally, I'd say people who sort of like grow their own vegetables and then eat them are hippies. But I live in a city. This is a farm. I might let him get away with it in this case. Oh joy, my very own garden. The ability to bring food out from the earth is a special skill. Don't treat it so disrespectfully. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. He says, staring off to the right, already forgetting what he said. I shove another piece of bacon into my mouth. Uncle sighs a bit as if he's not sure what to do with me. Finally, Uncle stands with a bit of effort and says, "Fine, you need incentive? Once you clear out all the weeds, you can use the truck whenever you want." I didn't even refuse, what? Whatever. Some guys get all the luck, I guess. So what? So you can go to town then? Let me guess, meet the sexy ladies. No. Oh yeah, what's in town? Some young ladies who I'm sure will love to make a new friend. I called it. I'm calling everything so far. Dave. Okay, that's it. Dave. I can't remember if I said this last episode or not, but yeah, Dave. Dave's? Hang on, this isn't some sort of trick, is it? A trick? They're not like 10 years old or something, right? Look at Steve, he's onto his wily ways already. You can trick me once and make me chop logs unnecessarily, but something completely irrelevant. Oh, I won't fall for that. Most of them are right around your age. Are you sure? I hear that old people sort of lump everyone younger around them in one group. You can't say that. You're living in his house. The bacon will become far less tasty if you keep saying stuff like that. Jesus, Steve. Uncle raises an eyebrow at me. He then raises his hand and slaps me around the face. Close enough. If you don't want to get out once in a while, you're welcome to stay on the farm and do extra work. Yeah, well, I think I'll get started on that weeding now. I stand from the table to go outside. Wash your plate first. Right. How early is it in the morning? Hang on. It's like 6 in the morning. I went to do a log. I spent 5 minutes out there. Then breakfast had. So it must be about 6:30, if the very latest 7, if I'm that slow of an eater. And it looks like that outside. Fuck being here at like 1 in the afternoon. Wow, this place is even worse than I remembered it. I barely glanced at it this morning, and now that I really look at it, it looks like I seriously need some work. But once I clear the weeds, that means I can use the truck. Whether or not there are cute Daves in town, it'll at least be nice to get away from this place once in a while. Hang on. How is that going to get rid of... I don't claim to be a master garden person. right? I just about know what the study of it's even called. I've never been interested in plants, trees, nothing like that. Couldn't give less of a shit. Completely turned off when we were taught it in class. But how is that going to get rid of weeds? Huh? I mean, it looks like a fucking cane an old person would walk with, but just rather tall. Oh well, whatever. Oh, and now it's dark out. It's not even dark, is it? It's not fucking dark. That's a light day with a dark sodding filter over it. Arrgh. Whatever. Goal, clean at least 6 slots from weeds. We can't go anywhere until we clean all of this anyway. Okay, there's no point of just doing 6. Welcome to the farm. Your first assignment is to clean as much terrain as possible from weeds. Think smart. Clean the weeds that require less time first, otherwise Uncle Sam will be disappointed in your work. Okay, so 2. So is everything 2 or 3 then? Oh, we've got 1 hour. Is there only like half an hour knocking around? No, I think it's a 1, 2, and 3, isn't it? We can just leave the longer ones till last. Alright, so where's that first 1? I think it was here. Clean! Soon you'll be able to plant the seedlings you bought from Susanna's store by clicking on empty bits of terrain like this one. But I haven't met Susanna yet. Who's Susanna? He hasn't even told me about anyone called that. Oh, well, whatever. Right. We need just to clean the 1 hour ones first. We're just going to go around. Make sure we've done it. Clean. See, that's why we're going around checking. Clean. And this one must be an hour as well. Clean. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we've cleaned 6 already. Anything out from here is a bonus. Clean. Yeah, you see what I mean? That was just a dark filter with a light fucking thing on it. Oh no, I missed a 1 hour one. Oops. But yeah, that was just a dark filter over a completely light day. Oh well. I've done alright here, I think. Oh wait, what's... Oh, okay, so it only goes by hours. Oh, so when I was cleaning the 2 hour ones, I was like, oh, I missed a 1 hour one. No, it wasn't. It just went back by an hour. Okay, I've noticed that, guys. Don't worry. I've worked enough for today. Man, my back is killing me. Jesus Christ. Have I just pleasured myself into the soil? What is that grin about? However, even if there are still many weeds, it's definitely better than when I started. Bam. I vaguely remember Uncle bringing me some water and a sandwich for lunch, but I scarfed it down so quickly I'm not even sure what it tasted like. That's enough work for today, Steve. Time to come in for dinner. I don't know what Uncle has been up to all day, but he looks a lot more energetic than me right now. Hang on. He either has farm animals, or whilst I'm here, he's just gonna piss around. Bastard! Oh, hang on, I'm just gonna cook dinner all day. You can slave outside. He strolls amiably back to the farmhouse. Am I really being outdone by an old man? We don't even know how old he is. He might be like 60 for all we know. But the kitchen is filled with the scent of something delicious, but I can't quite place it. What's that smell? Fresh meat and vegetable pie. We're going to be eating a lot of vegetables here, aren't we? Really? I've had meat pie before. It never smelled so good. Those frozen microwave pies are no match for a fresh homemade version. Is that all I've ever eaten? Just microwave pies. Oh dear Lord. I devoured dinner with little room for between bites for discussion. It's more delicious than I expected, and after all the work I've done today, I'm starving. I don't think I've ever eaten so much before, so hang on, we have a small breakfast and then we go out and work all day and then have dinner at 5. Right. Dokie dokie then. Uncle doesn't seem to mind at all. He eats in silence, only stopping once in a while to throw scraps of food to Orpheus. Oh, you don't give food to cats. That's a cardinal sin. Then they're just going to bother... Oh, I suppose he doesn't mind that. Orpheus, in return, winds her way happily around his legs, not bothering to give me a second chance. It looks like the two of them are accustomed to each other's company. I feel like the third wheel here. I think the two other people need to speak first before you can become a third wheel. I finish shoveling dinner into my mouth and head off to the kitchen where I give my plate a quick rinse. Good enough. I'm going to use the phone now. Don't spend too long talking, you need your sleep. Yeah. I must admit I kind of didn't really... I did sit down and think about it between parts. And I just kind of, again, I may have said this before as well, but I just don't want to go with my current girlfriend. I mean, she dumped me. I shouldn't be clawing back for her, plus her ambitions way outmatch anything I can do. I'm going to be useless. Oh, well, I dust off the phone before picking up the receiver. This thing is ancient. I quickly dial Jill's number and cross my fingers, hoping she'll pick up. To my surprise, she answers after one ring. Hello? Oh, hi. Yeah, it's because she doesn't know it's you. Steve, is that you? Yeah, hey. I didn't expect you to call me so soon. Flirt with her, complain about the farm, make a joke. Flirt with her! Oh, it was such an amusing option, but can I really do it? Make a joke seems like the good option here. You know what, fuck it. We're 16 minutes in, I'll let you guys decide. What do you want me to do? Flirt? Complain? Or make a joke?